Straight Talk Politics here. It's January 2nd, 2025, and we're going to look at the potential crisis that could begin on the 3rd of January 2025 if the Speaker is not elected. The status of political chaos in the Trump era. If you like this content, please press the like button. Please share it with other people. Spread the word. Subscribe. You press notify to be notified when we upload. We're uploading on an interesting schedule. We had very great success by being probably one of the few people that didn't take New Year's off. I recorded it before New Year's, but just left it there and decided to promote it after New Year's and found I had 500 viewers with doing nothing, not the normal process. So it was pretty good. If you'd like to join this podcast, please reach out to us either by the official email or the comments, and we'll get back to you. We'll talk and see if you're compatible with our views, which are pretty flexible. So how does the constitutional crisis supposedly happen? Well, of the 12 members of Congress have indicated they will not vote for Mike Johnson for Speaker. If there's no Speaker on the 3rd of January, and there's no Speaker on the 6th of January, the United States government cannot approve any legislation without a Speaker in place. If that crisis goes to Monday the 6th, the election is not certified, the electoral votes are not counted, and that means that the President Trump, his election will not be certified. It's been spoken of by Democrats with glee and Republicans with fear as this crisis has deepened since the new year has begun. No Speaker, no certification, no inauguration, January 20th, 2025. Pretty simple. So what happens? Constitutional crisis? Actually not. The Constitution has an order of succession in it, and there was a Succession Act passed after the Kennedy assassination to make sure the top 50 people eligible to become President of the United States are enumerated. The fourth in line for the presidency is, since there's no Speaker, is Chuck Grassley, 91-year-old senator from Iowa. Donald Trump is demanding support from Mike Johnson. Why? Because he wants to get inaugurated on time. He doesn't want to be embarrassed by this glooming crisis. Our prediction, Johnson will win the Speaker's vote on or after January 3rd, 2025, although the tension will be massively raised if it goes past January 3rd. January 6th, Trump's election will be certified. There will be no objections to under the 14th Amendment, Section 3, because the Democrats don't have the stones or the strength of character to do it, and the Republicans don't have the stones or strength of character to realize that January 6th was an insurrection. They fear Trump, and they probably fear J.D. Vance as president next, but that's the outcome if they were to certify that Trump was an insurrectionist and failed to lift the insurrection finding from him with the 2/3 vote. So Trump goes office on time, but what I predict will happen is going to be very fun to watch as well. Soon after, Johnson will be overthrown by MAGA. Maybe he'll make it to the inauguration, maybe he'll make it to the end of January, maybe he'll make it to the end of March, but he will be tossed out of office because there's Trump on one side wants the debt ceiling removed so he can spend money on anything he wants, tax cuts for his billionaire buddies, and the other side there's the Freedom Caucus that actually wants government cut, really. Thinks there's too many workers, thinks there's too much money spent on a lot of things, thinks the deep state is a real thing, and they want to stop the spending, and they're willing to cause chaos. I mean, the reason Mike Johnson is Speaker is because the previous Speaker was tossed out, partially due to failure to cave into other Freedom Caucus members who wanted certain sexual impropriety and ethics investigations to be closed. So this is going to be the clown show that keeps on giving, more likely. It's going to keep on giving, and we will watch the first 2 years and the first 100 days of the Trump administration, the 100 days where he could be most effective in passing legislation, pass by with chaos, and the Democrats are not going to bail out Mike Johnson because the current makeup of the House is 219 for Republicans, 215 for Democrats, and only 3 votes have to swing, or 4 votes have to swing to put Hakeem Jeffries in the Speaker's chair, and that will stop the Trump agenda cold. Again, yes, as I noted earlier, no certification, no Speaker, leaves Chuck Grassley of Iowa, who's the President pro tem of the Senate, age 91, as POTUS, President of the United States. He is acting President, And as soon as the election is certified, there would be an immediate inauguration, and he would be. That would be an interesting way to retire Chuck Grassley. You can't work for two branches of government, so if he became acting president, he would have to resign the Senate to do so. If you like this analysis, please press like. We're getting a little short of likes here. A couple of likes will make us happy. I got some likes on New Year's Day. Maybe people were drinking. I don't know. Share, subscribe, notify. Join this podcast. Let us know. Use the official email address of the top podcast, or send me a comment. We are a woke, light, pro-Israel, democratic-leaning podcast, but we do straight talk to politicians of all stripes. They can be Likud, Labor, Communist. They can be Independent, Republican, Democrat. We straight talk to them. We tell them what we think. We tell them what the American people think if the American people tell us what they think. Thank you for listening.